Hello everybody, welcome back to Thomas Plays Games. We're playing Tyranny, episode 2 of our Let's Play. Can't climb up there. Yeah, we just took out a little bit of the ambush and now are back in a town-ish setting to clear out some of these things so I can buy things from a store. Well, that's a novel concept. I can check things in my quest journal. That's good. Just hit J for that. Talking with people. Once a companion joins the party, I can talk to them anytime by selecting the conversation icon. Interesting. If I want to talk to her. I guess only if you have something to say. They will also interject their own opinions into conversations when having conversation with others. Interesting. Players of Tyranny did that too, as long as you didn't make your own character. Or make a whole party of your own characters. I got a crit. Nice. Engagement. Yeah, so just like Pillars of Eternity, and I can interact with objects. Neat. Get these guys here. Yeah, I can't do anything like that. Weapon sets. And let's put this one there. That there. Leave that one like that. Just trying to arrange my my spells so I have useful things. How much is the cooldown on this one? Cooldown 36 seconds. Wow, that's a long time. Let's see, they got a campfire going. Nice. What do you have to say, dude? You think the Overlord watches us from his throne room? Question mark. I want to look at this. Let's pop out here. Go out the door. And got a stone shield and a horde. What's this guy have to say? Hail Kairos. For sure, good buddy. Can't wait to run split through these rebel dogs. Can I get over here now? I can. Oh, I can walk along here. I didn't think this was passable terrain. Yeah, she's a bit wounded. Wounds are cleared on rest. Now, how do I rest? Oh my gosh.
Can't do that.
I got no athletics, so I can't do anything. Oh, I guess I would have to do athletics and a subterfuge check. Huh. And I think that's really everything. Yeah. I guess I'll just head out. Nothing up here? No, that wasn't good. Okay, let's leave. Head out to the world. Me and who's your name again? Verse. Me and Verse just heading out, walking through our evil camp of people. Oh, that's a cool map. And so show map names. I would like that, actually. Okay, so we're going from the ruins to the discovery camp. This fort was constructed shortly after rooting rebels along the valley's western edge. The Archon Grave Ash directs all disfavored. So it'll take 3 hours to get here, and all of you guys are here. Nestled within the apex of the western range, serving as a gateway into Vendry as well. Kairos forces have recently transformed into a full garrison. Okay, well, let's head to the disfavored. I would like to go to the camp. Oh, it's my little white tree sigil. Awesome. Use plus and... Oh, okay, so I can increase and decrease the game speed using plus and minus on the numpad. Good to know. And what do we got, these guys? Sterling Harunganad. What do you have to say, warrior? Hail Fatebinder. Camps up ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give Legion on a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights, and what nonsense is that? Okay, so he's happy to pay a toll. Knowledge of trade, one thing or another. It's not like I'm selling weapons or angry peasants or anything of the sort. These warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful. If you lack permits... Okay, so the Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom do I speak for such a thing? Not us and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to the bastard city and plead your case with Tundun, but will lighten your burden and relief. Well, I don't think that's a good idea. Anything... Oh, I like that. Anything to argue before Tundun, maybe argued before me. You had best Here we go. What's there to discuss? We should kill a mongrel and... so she purses her hand. Yeah, no. If I wish to weigh in on the matter, I guess she'll listen. The favored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgment around. What a coincidence. Your family recipe. Okay, so... Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today, the merchant grabs. Or, you could leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing drows. Certainly any army will need those. These are essential goods to the war effort. We should keep the supplies intact. Curious, I was just hearing about a supply of caravan of reagents going missing. Lore, what a coincidence. Your family recipe, wound paste, smells just like the Scarlet Fury's own concoction. Where did you steal this? I don't know what you're getting at. Does he need a little roughing up? You were right, kill a liar. And share the proceeds with the Legion. I mean, if he's a liar, and I'm the judge... No, please, I can explain. He's been lying, his lips are moving. Ah, good one. Kill him cleaner than he deserves anyway. I would have done a better job of it. But I don't begrudge your currying favor with the Ironclads. Let's pick through what's useful. If you can find anything of merit, report it to the Iron Marshal and Fatebinder. Thanks for making the right call. Every time we show the locals a dram of civility, they spit in our good nature. Let us never fall to their treachery ever again. You shouldn't have lied, buddy. Wow, that was violent. And do I get anything? I can get something. Give me that. Oh,
no dice.
Damn it. This subterfuge is killing me. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics, like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask something first. What's that? The voices of Narod told me you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? I'm the fucking greatest. I'm here to deliver the Edict of Kairos. I have nothing to tell you. I'm actually telling the expertise of the siege. I guess I'll do that one. Is that all? I can understand why Tundun will worry himself over resources, but we have the riches of the Northern Empire back in the conquest. Not to mention the plunder of the tiers. If you say that's the case, I'll go along with it. Why so suspicious, huh? What else have they told you? Only that I could find you in the endangering ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of the crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing for the stink of the river. Why are you so suspicious, Verse? Just a feeling I got. When the Archons are together, the air gets all taut as a bowstring. I can't help but think that no amount of compromise will get them seeing eye to eye. What do you think? Why do you think they're at odds? I've been with the Scarlet's Chorus since the early days of the conquest, so I can say it's been building for a few years. There's an energy about those two, like a pair of storms moving to collide. I heard tell that the Graven Ash and the Voices of Narat shared some bad blood in the Northern Empire, and I don't know any of the particulars. I cannot put it beside them. They are unfit to command. By my authority, they will fall in line. Okay, yeah, cool. So it sounds exactly like the attitude. To set this campaign in the right direction, I don't envy your task of getting them to cooperate, which sounds about as easy as teaching our tornado to heal. Really ought to be meeting them with them. One last thing, be careful around the disfavored types. They take their work seriously and most have suffered blows to the head. Jeez. Poor disfavored. Always getting bullied. So this one, wood used is here, is crystalline, finely cut. Walls have been set to battle. So, these are uniform and their quality of craftsmanship. Well, that's good. The good old disfavored with their fine craftsman work. Enemy indicators. Just looking around right now. I guess I'll speed the game up a little bit. And what's this? A humble grave lies before you as a battered sword, initial B
A
on
modest
it.
grave for the Archon's son, Brennix. We don't bother with funeral rites in the chorus. No point in thanking conscripts for their duty.
Okay, let's go in the camp. Oh, it's on the map. Oh, I was wondering what these buttons did. Shows what I can loot on the map. Step closer and present yourself. Buddy. Buddy. Go no farther. You approach the disfavored ground, state your business. I am Thomas Faintmire of Thunden. I bring word from Kairos, words for your commander's ears. Ah, so you're the fire starter. Kravis and the companions returned from the burning library are telling some harrowing stories about Kairos' Edict of Fire. I think myself brave, but I'm happy to have been far away from it all. It must have been terrifying horror to be the messenger of such a righteous force. Go on in. The Archons are expecting you. You'll find them in the war tent, center of the map. Or center of the camp, not map. And let's pop in here. Oh, got some stuff. Give me. What is it? Some gloves? Stone shield gloves. Pretty good, honestly.
Sorry,
check these
I can't.
things. Awesome boars. Cool. Some deer. Carefully skinned games hangs from the branches. Oh, I could unlock
That
this.
wasn't so hard.
Heck yes. Give me that great axe. I'll give it to her, maybe. Give it to Verse.
That wasn't so
I
hard.
do have just enough subterfuge for this as well. Lesser Sigil of Strength accent. Cool. I guess I'll give that to me. Everything else can go away. I don't really... Well, maybe I'll give her the Great Spear and I'll filter through the items a bit later. Would like this water. Bitter Quip. What an interesting name. Rona. What do you have to say, Rona? Got no time to chitter. Too much armor to mend. Speak to the uncle if you want to trade. Is that this guy? Pentabor. Hail to you, guardian of the law. He's dressed pretty well. If you have a few excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. Do you know the disfavored suffer? A merchant in their camp? That must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. And so take a look. Does it make you uneasy representing the South in an occupying Earth's camp? It did once, but that was before I got the measure of your patron as Archon. Tunton speaks with fairness and wisdom, unlike many of my countrymen. I was able to make this. Yeah, I was able to make this changing of the guard as comfortable as possible. A little treachery can be profitable, merchant. Kairos is right and proper, the authority of the realm, my lady. There is no treachery in that. I mean, I can't do any of these things, so... How did you come to work with the disfavored? Hard work and good supplies. When Tunton's men came to my village, all the merchants were given different lists of what they were and weren't permitted to trade. In Kairos' wisdom, my records must have been a good one because I was given the right to trade all manner of goods, most importantly arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kairos. So let me see your wares. What do you got? Got some stuff. I want this one. And I guess I'll just sell some stuff from the stash. Or not. Yeah, give me that frost core. Okay, so let's learn the Sigil of Strength. Awesome. And the magical frost core. Frost. Sigil of Distant Impact. Rim Spike. Cool. Recovery 1.4 seconds total. That's pretty... What if I gave it a... Each of these are accents. Interesting. Reaching Grasp 1 or Strength. Provides an increase spell strength, increasing the potency of most existing effects, or increases the range. I mean, I can get like a super range if I give it that, but I don't have enough lore skill. I do have just enough for this one, so if I gave it the Frozen Grasp. Harsh winter cold, leaving them frozen for a time. or massive frozen spike of ice from the ground under the target's feet, impaling and freezing them. Well, that's pretty cool. Why does this take so much? Lore required 50. Oh, I can't do both, but it's possible to do both, but I can't. So the lore required is 40 something, I'm assuming. Yeah, 40 here. So I got lightning, atrophy, and frost right now, and I like the idea of a faraway spike. What if I switch it to this and just give it that? I get bonus range to my reaching grasp. Interesting. And I might want a better atrophy one as well. Interesting. I can't have a better atrophy. I guess that might be... What if I make a new atrophy spell? No, I can't. Shame. So more vitality lost, or I could pick reaching grasp, which doubles the range, which would be nice. Sigil of reaching grasp 1, and I guess I'll do that one. Assign. What? Reset. Okay, and this. Okay. I want to modify this one with range update. There we go. Cool. So now it has 4 meter range. It's an 8 meter range for my lightning thing. I mean, I could just get this and get like a very powerful lightning, but have to be close. Guess I'll do that one. And I would like frost, far away, extra far away. Assign to here. Cool. So now I have 3 spells on me. And they all seem pretty good. Yeah, can I... How much lore does this one? Just 25. So I could actually update it even more to make it more powerful and better range. That's really interesting. I like that spellcrafting system. It's pretty darn neat. And check this items. A bow. Nice. Good spells. What's in here? Fresh draw in the corner of the prison. Absorb much of the stench. What's this guy got? Repairing weapons and scraps isn't easy. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch. Don't get me wrong, but it can take a beating and get bent back into shape. Unlike stubborn iron we have here, we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's rare a smith who can turn out military grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around the camp. We're garbling the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for mass. Couldn't do that with bronze. They call it disfavored. The Iron Legion for a reason. Strangely, strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. The good stuff comes from the smith up the Lions Crossing. You mentioned iron shortage. I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down to Matani went missing near Echo Call. Interesting. So forged by iron is Tanta's responsibility. Why is this the first time hearing of this? Keep your voice down. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the venturing guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and rusted in the riverbed. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself in Echo's Call, I'll look for it. You'd appreciate that. Yeah, Istotanus. As does the Great General, more than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks to the outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. You can trust me to handle it. Cool. Bunch of iron shipment stuff. Got any... Show me what you have to sell. That's what I was looking for. Earth Shatter Staff. Oath Baker, Down Dagger, Stone Shield, Crescent Runner Armor. What does Earthshaker Staff do? Does some crush damage, pretty decent DPS. I think it's better than my staff right now. The Stone. Determines the character's ability to draw control spells that use the sigil of stone. Interesting. I've got a lesser staff of atrophy. I'd like a better staff of atrophy. But, cool. You got more stuff to steal. And give me those boots. Oh, and I could... Oh, I can't. My subterfuge is only
Can't do
33.
that.
And I think that's most of the stuff here. I guess I'll talk to... I'll go
Right.
talk to him. There, talk to Bitter Quip. Glory to the voices of Narat, Fatebinder Thomas, I presume. I am Bitter Quip and emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. What can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus? What's it like working with the disfavored? Apparently he doesn't like it. He scoffs. Reporting to the Iron Hags is an insult. She fought one duel for her title. The Iron Hag. She fought one duel for her title. 1. Her leadership must be consistently proven, earned, and defended. Weakness should bleed to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top. Okay, well, I don't really care what he has to say. And some guys up here. What do you have to say? I am Lucia, this is Marcus, and you must be the Fatebinder. Well, that's actually someone else, but sign your hospitality while you remain at the disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. I would like a place to rest. Marcus, what can you train me? Oh, I can spend money to upgrade my my skills. Apparently it doesn't cost much if I'm bad at it. Nah, I'm fine. What's this? From your vantage point, you see tents, trail off, obscured. Okay, so it's a big camp. That's what I learned there. What else do these guys have? To like serving, I could use some training. What does he have to train me with? Throwing, dodge, and athletics. I mean, why not? I guess if I have the points. Oh, I would actually like athletics to be a lot better. Hey, I leveled up. What does leveling mean? Okay, so I've earned enough experience to advance a level. With each level, your maximum health increases, and I'm fully healed. I can also increase 1 attribute from your character and purchase a new talent. Interesting. Click on the portrait to spend. So I'll click on here, and I can increase 1 point and spend 1 talent. Oh wow, there's a lot of talents. So there are 6 categories of talents available for your character: leadership, defense, power, agility, ranged, and magic. With each level, you gain 1 point in a category. Okay, cool. Agility, range, magic. I mean, I really like magic the most. Within the talent tree, each tier of talent unlocks based on how many talent points have been spent within the tree. Okay, cool. Each companion has their own talent trees with unique abilities. These abilities unlock in the same manner as your character's talents as you spend points within the talent tree. Awesome. And if I was to upgrade, so I got might, quickness, so I get more spell strength. I think I would want more quickness over anything else. And more vitality would be nice. Yeah, does accuracy affect magic as well? Because it might be important to get that. 6% reduction. Oh, it actually increases these skills as well. And this would increase my subterfuge. Subterfuge is quickness. Yeah, so I guess I'll get more quickness. Save, and I'll pick a talent. Bonus to lore skill, expanded mind, Lightfoot, move faster in combat, and I guess this is just all the ones. Shield master, yeah, I'm not going to use. I might use some of these ones. Bonus quick item slots, mark an enemy, abundant arms, 2 arms, undying. My parties regenerate health. Okay, that's cool, but I think I'll go for magic first. You channel a burst of strength staff, damaging all enemies in front of you. Use damage with staves, enfeebling. Adds shock damage to your weapon, adds fire damage. Interesting. Increase the number of spell slots granted by expanded mind. Bonus to lore skill required, 1 talent. Gain additional spell slots. I mean, I've already got the energy shield. Charge strike, I don't really care about that. Adds to spell breach thrust attacks. Yeah, I guess I'll get Expanded Mind. Ward Master, Enfeebling. Weaken your target. Meh. What is the bonus to lore? I wonder. Okay, I only have 1 point. But I assume lore is good. Sure, save it. What's my lore now? 61. That's pretty high lore, which means I could actually go in and fiddle with this spell. Or was it this spell? I think it was this spell. There we go. So now I have a strong, farther range ice spike to damage people with. And I guess I'll pop it here. Okay, skills gain experience as you use them, and their rank increases with experience. Neat. Yesterday you chided me for wishing to wait, and now you suggest we wait longer.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words. A large, imposing man, to begin with. His profile is made larger by the hulking suit of armor that hums with his mystic energy. These guys have cool designs.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
Twirling the rod of hypnotic circles. You hear the voices in your head. Well, hello there, Fatebinder will be with you in a moment. Interesting. So he's got a weird powers.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
I'm here to proclaim Kairos' edict. The valley will be sealed in preparation for this moment. Sure? I guess I'll just clear my throat.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. Perhaps we could table the discussion and let our guest speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
Are you two just about done? Gained loyalty. With verse, gained wrath and favor. They bicker like children, do they not? I mean, let me just say welcome to our guest, and not a moment too soon. Governor Thomas, long have we been honored by your iron, and now we are honored by your presence. I must apologize for Lord Temper's. Okay, that's interesting. He's like talking about the stuff I did in the other thing. Bow and salute each. I will do that.
Ah, the fire starter has arrived. Welcome, welcome. Our agents tell us such lovely stories of what you did at the Vellum Citadel. Have you come bearing another fragment of Kairos' wrath in tow? We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
How do you know about Drostus? I can only imagine. I only just came from the ruins. I came bearing an edict. Are you done bickering? I have an edict. I came bearing an edict.
For the 2nd time, Brother Tunon selects you for the glory of Proclamation. You should be honored. Tell us, what has the Overlord decided to unleash upon the Oathbreakers?
26th of every month or span. Kairos. It is Kairos Day. Wow. The day of the holy holiday. Okay, so the Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all shall perish in the valley. It is being encouraged to work together in honor of your incompetence. I'll do this one. So, The Overlord's loyal servant must hold Ascendancy's Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all in the valley shall perish. So the earth sways as I utter these words. The air thickens. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens, and your muscles in your leg, worn from a long trip down the mountains, you feel renewed. Your tired limbs are now nearly buoyant with vigor.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
Okay, he taps his finger against his temple. Okay, so that was interesting that I actually just proclaimed the edict saying, hey, we're all going to die unless you do some work until Kairos' day.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
So this is cool that he actually is like talking in my head. So he passes the scepter from one hand to the other. So I hear a voice in my head, watch him squirm so many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War, but you never see Blood Echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. Okay, cool. Bicker all you wish, you're just wasting valuable
The
time.
Fatefinder is right. We're acting not as leaders, but as children. I've no time for your foolish japes and petty taunts. We should focus on the objective at hand, and that is taking the Mittani River, and then advancing to Ascension Hall and ending this edict.
Okay. I trust you're done acting like a clown. Okay, no more sitting idle. I expect the disfavored to be on the march at once.
You've delivered your edict. Do not pretend it gives you the right to give orders to an Archon.
Hey, piss off. My lord, Barik, and his band have been drilling on the Echo Hall assault plans. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I'll dispatch him at once. And I will ensure that the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunan's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
Okay, so suit yourself, Fatebinder, the more you ignore us. Okay, cool.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for assistance from a skilled outsider. I would be honored to help. Cool. I will be at the training grounds. Okay, so I'm looking for Iron Marshal, what's his face, with the burning shoulders. And I am loath to mention the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in the rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out, or if you must. Cool. And yeah. So that's been Thomas Plays Games. I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.